Hello, this is Kay from Worcester Arts Workshop. I'm here to show you how to make a lovely letter. So how to decorate and make a lovely letter for yourself or for a friend. So here are some examples. I'll try and show you them here. This is a G, a T, an R and an O. So the idea is that you'll create a lovely letter for yourself, or you could make one for a friend or relative. You could take a photograph of that to send to them and maybe give to them later on. So I'm just going to show you how to start here. So to begin with, I'm just going to tell you what equipment you're going to need. So you're going to need a ruler, you're going to need a pencil, you will need a rubber and a pencil sharpener. Hopefully you've got all of these things at home, and you'll need some A4 paper, which is just here underneath. Preferably plain, I think that'll be easier. The other things you're going to need to look around for are some colouring crayons. So you've got some lovely colouring crayons here and some tip pens. So have a good look around for those. I'll tell you this first, so then you can pause the video and go and have a look for things, get them all ready and lined up. Other things that you're going to need is going to be, you're going to need some things to draw around. So if I show you those. So one thing that you can use to draw around is a tin, a nice tin of food. Another thing you can use is a little reel of sellotape here. I've also got a bottle top here that you can draw around. You can also be able to draw around the lid of one of your pens. Okay, this is to make patterns when you're doing this. You may also require some glue, if you've got any Pritt stick at home, not essential. Some blue tack, if you've got any of that. And also a pair of scissors. So there's quite a few things there. Let's just range the key things again. Here we go, for you to see. Okay, pens and everything. Okay, so hopefully now you've got everything that you need. And we're going to start by just drawing a little version of our letter out in the corner here. So I'm going to do my letter, which is letter K, and I'm just going to draw a little version up in the corner of my paper here, just to remind me of what that letter looks like. And then I'm going to actually draw it out on my paper. So nice light line in pencil, nice straight line at the back, and then I've got two diagonal lines coming out here for my letter K. Have a go at drawing your letter out, nice straight lines like this. The next stage will be to get your ruler, and I'm just going to line my ruler up with these straight lines here. I want my letter to be nice and thick inside here, so not thin how you normally would write your letter. Nice thick, nice space which I can decorate inside there. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to use my ruler now. I'm going to line it up like this here, and I'm just going to make that a nice thick straight line by drawing either side of my ruler. Now if you're struggling to do this, get a parent or a carer to help you, but if you can do it by yourself, that's even better. Brilliant. This is just the starting point. You'll be well on your way once you get going with this, just spending some time decorating your lovely letters. So just lining, all I'm doing is lining up with this line here that I've drawn, drawing over the top just to get my letter right here. This will give me lots of lovely space to decorate inside my letter. Once I've done that, I'm going to rub out my original lines, so this line in here, rub that out, leave this space nice and clear, ready for decoration. And I'm just thinking as I'm going, what would I like to decorate with? And I'm thinking I'm quite like nice bright colours. It's quite nice and sunny at the moment outside. So I'm thinking light, bright blues, pinks, reds, nice flowers. And I also like rainbows, so I think I'm going to put a rainbow on here somewhere. So very firstly, I'm going to think about how I'm going to make my patterns. So one way to make patterns, and I quite like spots and dots, and I'm going to put those up here. So using this bottle top, I'm going to just hold on to it and draw around. It doesn't have to be fully on there. I'm having it just off, a bit of style design. Okay. Again, if you're struggling to hold this by yourself, either get someone to help you, or you can use a piece of blue tack, so just an ordinary piece of blue tack stuck on the top of your lid. That'll then stick it down for you. Press that down and you don't have to hold it whilst you're drawing. So you can just go around it nice and easily, lift it up, again press it down. Just makes things a little bit easier, not having to hold so many things at the same time. So nice few spots there. Quite like the idea of having some smaller spots in there, so I'm going to use the lid of this pen just to draw around to make some smaller spots in there. So you can start to see how you can build up quite a lovely pattern just drawing around things, drawing around the things that you've found, things that you've got from your house. If you think of anything else, just stop the video, go and find it and use it. That'd be brilliant. Okay, I talked about a rainbow. I think I'd like a rainbow coming up here. I'm just going to use this tin. This has got a nice round semicircle shape here, a bit like a rainbow. I'm just going to use that here just to go quickly up the side. Decorate the leg of this K with a lovely rainbow. It's going to come all the way up. So you can see there I've got the guide there for where to put my colours for my rainbow. The other thing I quite like is stripes. So I'm going to use my ruler here. So that's just going to go straight across, just straight across this leg going up here. And I'm just going to create some stripes. Again, if you're struggling to hold this, piece of blue tack underneath, stick it on, it's held for you, and you can draw. Okay, fabulous, brilliant. You can have a bit of freestyle going on, so you could draw, if you're happy to draw your own ideas and your own designs out, just draw in some ideas. I quite like flowers, I've mentioned them already. Just drawing in some simple flowers with some leaves. You might have things that you like to draw. Leaves are quite nice to draw. Put flowers in there, looking nice. Whatever you like. You can use your other things that you found to draw around. So this is quite nice. Creates some circles inside each other. Quite nice to overlap. Don't worry if you draw outside your lines. We are going to cut this out, or you can rub them out, especially if you've only used pencil up to now. So don't worry about that at all. Just keep decorating, making your picture look interesting. There we go. You can put some designs in here, so I might put some zigzags in my circles. It really is about anything that you would like to do, and some stripes over there. Anything you would like to do in these. I'm going to let you do some more of that design. I am going to show you one little trick, which is taking a line for a walk. So you mark 2 points on your paper, on your letter, and all you do is take a wiggly line across it for a little walk in between, just to create a bit of interest for you, depending on how much you like doing your colouring, how much detail you want to put in. Just adds a little bit of wiggly interest in there for you. Okay, so the next stage is going to be colouring these in. So have a look at your colours. You've got some lovely colours here. I'm just going to colour in a few bits here. Obviously you need to spend quite a bit of time colouring these in. Again, you can make it as detailed or as simple as you like. So this is a nice colouring pencil. Quite like using colouring pencils. They're quite soft. They're quite a gentle, subtle look to them. I'm just colouring quickly to show you roughly what it's going to look like. I've got a blue flower here. Maybe it's a forget-me-not or something. I might give it a nice yellow centre in a second. Really enjoy yourself with the colouring. This is where you can take time, the design and the colouring. You can take your own time to do this. Make this a really lovely picture, either for yourself to put on your door, or for a friend. Could be someone that you share with, somebody that you'd like to just let them know you're having a little bit of a think about them, doing some careful colouring work for them. I've also got felt tip pens here as well, so I can use those to colour in. So it's quite nice to make sure you haven't got any white space. So I'm going to find that. So colouring in the backgrounds around your pictures as well, around the designs that you've put on. So you can colour in just around there, going as carefully as you can. Don't worry too much, it's your design, so if you slip off a little bit or you don't quite get something right, that's absolutely fine. It's just your design, your piece of artwork for today. When colouring in, it's easier to go around the edges and then colour in the middle parts. That's what I've done here. I've gone around the edges and then colouring in the middle parts here. Trying to keep it nice and simple for you. Nice and straightforward, just so that you can just relax and enjoy the colouring part of the pictures now. It's looking good, looking good. Really enjoying this now. Really relaxing into it. Hopefully this is something you can spend a bit of time on. Of course, I'm just here showing you now what to do and giving you ideas, hopefully giving you some inspiration. I really hope that you're going to share some of your lovely letters that you've made when you've done these as well. Hope you're not too bored inside at the moment. This really is quite a lovely project, quite relaxing, quite calming. You can spend quite a bit of time, nice and absorbing, bit of time spent on it. And like I said, you could make one for yourself or for a loved one. It really is entirely up to you. Okay, so I'm going to leave my colouring for a minute there. The next thing that you're going to need to do is use a black pen, a fine liner or a dark coloured pen just to go around some of your shapes and around your letter. So I'm going to go quickly around the letter. This is a nice black one. You could use the brown one or just a dark coloured pen is fine. And you can see this just brings out your designs a bit, brings out the edge of your letters, so you can see what you're doing. You can see the design nice and clearly. Just brings out what you like. You don't have to use it around everything. Pick out the designs you want, individualize it, do some sections and not other sections. Really make this your own, make it fun and enjoy it. So once we've done that, I'll show you what I've done started already. So this is one that I've done earlier. You can see a bit more where I started to bring in the rainbow there. I haven't drawn the lines between the rainbow. I quite like the way the colours blend. So what we're going to do after that then, after we've coloured that in, is we're going to cut out. So we've started cutting out. We're going to cut your letter out. This means you can cut off any bits you don't like. You can just cut round here using your scissors. Okay, so that starts to cut out there. I'm just going to move these two just now, just to show you one that I've cut out already. So I cut this one out already, not quite finished again. And we're going to mount it, so we're going to put it onto, just notice this got a pen on it, so I'm turning it over. And put it onto another white background, so this is just A4 printer paper here. Or, if you're lucky enough to have some coloured paper around, so I found some nice yellow paper, you can mount it onto some yellow paper. Use your Pritt stick, plenty of Pritt stick on the back to stick it down. Other things that I found that you might like to use, I found a piece of magazine, so you might like to use a piece of magazine. I'm going to cover up those words with my letter, so that was quite nice. And the other thing I found when I was looking around is I found some nice craft paper, so I quite like arty crafty things. I've got craft paper around, you might be the same and have some. So you can also mount it on there, that looks quite nice. So again, just your Pritt stick on the back, press it down nice and firmly. and you have your finished product. Okay. I hope everybody's really enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you can spend some time on these lovely projects, and if you get a chance to take a photo and share them with Monday Night Club, I'd love to see how you've got on. So that's it for now. Thank you very much, and hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.